Let's be very clear here. In doing today's video, we have the youngster in mind, and I think we, appropriately so, Amelia had her eye on this, okay? Now I'm sure this is for 14 or older, but Amelia had her eye on this, and actually, I am an uncle to a couple of nieces, actually just only nieces, I have no nephews, and I visit them occasionally, you know, visiting family. And I had this in mind as a gift for a couple of our nieces that we're gonna go visit soon. So, you know, this is very much toy grade. This is a toy grade RC. Just because we're the RCSaylors and we've done $1,000 Traxxas X-Max doesn't mean that we can't get the youngsters.
You gotta get down. I can't hold my arms up this long. Get off the bus, Nathan. I think you were just a birth.
Maybe. It doesn't mean that we cannot do things on the channel with the youngsters or the very beginners in mind. That's what this is about. So if you're X-Max and X-Max only, you're too good for this, you just go away. We don't want you here anyway, okay? But if you're open-minded and you like to help other people get into the hobby and introduce the hobby, then this could possibly get us there. The idea here is that it's slow, it's very underpowered, and the unique thing about it is it's got a camera on top. Now we can record with a micro SD card, which we do have plugged in there, and what's nice is if you want to, you can unplug this. It just unplugs via USB, and then it clips off, although that's a little harder to unsnap. So it plugs in, and then you download a free app on your phone, and you can have some live Wi-Fi FPV. So this is like an FPV car ready to go. The nice thing is it's sold on Amazon. Okay, this is sold on Amazon. It's that DeeRC company. They're actually making a name for themselves. They're pretty much the equivalency of Holystone, but they're the ground vehicle. So how do we know this is toy grade? Well, it's non-proportional steering. The way we have steering trim is with that little knob on the bottom. It is only two-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive. The shocks are not independent. It's one of these doohickeys where the whole thing moves. It's a toy grade RC. It's very much toy grade, so this is for like the kiddos in mind. We're gonna power this on, drive it around, just see if it works. Just because me and Abby aren't really super excited about something like this for ourselves doesn't mean that it couldn't appeal to other people getting into the hobby, some kiddos in your family, kiddos in your life. So we're gonna power it on and see how it does. Before we power on the car, we want to thank today's sponsor, Leading Edge Supplements Severe Clear. They are an energy supplement designed by a full-scale pilot with the full-scale pilot and RC pilot in mind. This increases your mental focus, and if you want some for yourself or picking one up as a gift, we'll have a coupon code in the description box below, TheRcSaylors, to save 15%. Let's drive. Okay, right about now you guys should be able to see a shot of what I'm seeing live, but that's a pretty bad phone holder up there, and Abby's phone in this little case, it's a very small case, doesn't sit well, so I don't think I want to leave that up there. So I'm just gonna have to kind of hold it while I drive. But do me a favor, you guys, in the comments, or at least leave a like or a dislike. Let us know, do you like seeing this kind of content? Because as our channel was growing, we used to do this kind of thing all the time on the channel. We would do really cheap drones, really cheap RC cars, you know, and we've kind of steered away from that stuff now because, I don't know, we have more subscribers. It just seems like people like the big stuff more. But if you like this, if you appreciate this, at least leave a like. And if you don't, give us a dislike so we kind of know if you want to do more of these things in the future. Okay, the throttle is proportional. I can go slow, which is what I was doing, and then I can go much faster. So there's full speed. It's actually quite a bit faster than I expected. Now the downside is, you see how it's steering? Watch this, look, it's going in to the right by itself, right? To fix that, what we have to do is adjust this little knob down here. There we go, a little better. Now let's look at this FPV. Abby noticed in the car it was a little bit laggy, so let's see here. I'm gonna just try to balance it. I don't think it's too laggy. I feel like it's pretty good, like pretty responsive, but I do think it's very bouncy. And you know, for a kid, it would be a fun spy cam. I could see coming to something like this, a playground, and doing it as like a little spy cam at the playground, but you know, for an adult to have good use out of this, I don't think so. I think it's really, we got kids in mind. We definitely have kids in mind for this RC, 100%. So let's just drive it around, see if it can go through the grass at all. We know it can do asphalt. It could probably drive inside through the kitchen, you know. So can it go through the grass? Pretty normal looking grass here. Full throttle. It's insanely bouncy. You guys, I'm gonna not put this on screen right now because it's so bouncy. But it does drive through it. Oh, nice. I got the tires a little bit wet, so it's just doing donuts. That's cool. Okay. Just the tires are fairly hard. That's a hard rubber, almost plastic, and so you can see I'm getting no traction on this asphalt. The crazy thing is, for just a little bit more money, and actually some vehicles the exact same amount of money, you can get a nice hobby grade RC car. So you're really, what you're paying for here is the FPV camera system. I would say this is like a, at best, even on Amazon prices, $40 to $45 RC. That's on the high end. And they've slapped on like a $20 to $30-ish camera system on here. And so to me, everything feels like it's lacking just a little bit. It's about as toy grade of an RC car as you could ask for.
I think we had like a really similar looking RC car and it was like tan. It kind of reminds me of this. It was tan.
Yes, I do. But that one was like $230. Do you remember that?
I don't know, but this one reminds me
the price
of
it. And it had like a crane on top. It had a crane. And it, remember it came, the tires looked dirty. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
The tires like looked dirty out of the box.
Funny.
Do you want to drive this?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So I wanted to test
I'm so
this
cold, it's not worth it.
for our family, little nieces.
Perfect for them.
It is absolutely perfect. It's not too fast, it's not too powerful.
I would just take the camera off so they don't have to fiddle, like you don't have to fiddle with that, and just let them go play.
They can take the camera off. They get a little bit older because what are they, like 5, 6 now?
Yeah.
The oldest one. They can put the camera on when they get just a tiny bit older, and it'll be perfect for them. This wasn't intended to be a long video or anything special. It's just, does it work as advertised? Yes, it does. That's a little tiny bit better than what I was expecting on camera quality. It's 720p, and it's a stretch to even say it's 720p. The phone holder needs a little bit of work. It just is a toy. It's just a toy, you know? And we're testing the waters a little bit here because it's almost reminiscent of what we used to do on the channel a lot. Just a ton of toy drones and a ton of toy cars. And people loved them back then, and we just haven't done anything like that in a long time. We've gotten close to toy grade with as cheap as hobby grade as we can get, but we really don't see a lot of true toy grade RCs like this on the channel anymore. So really big feedback opportunity for you guys, because if it's overwhelmingly supportive, we'll pick up a few more toys to put on the channel, because I've got my eye on a couple that look okay. And if you guys overwhelmingly say, no, this was not that much fun to watch, then we won't do stuff like this anymore unless we find something that we know is awesome, and we'll let you know about it. Not saying this isn't good for what it is. So if you did like this and it appealed to you, it's linked in the description box below. It works as advertised, and it would make a good gift for a kid, and that's what we're going to do with it, and that's why we picked it up. So for that we give 2 thumbs up, but only that. And I just, you know, it's kind of goofy getting out here driving something like this, but I still had fun, still neat just to try something like this. And for that and this opportunity, I thank the big guy upstairs. You know, I'm still very grateful to be able to jump in front of the camera and do something like this, even though a lot of people, a lot of the adults watching our channel might not want to buy this for themselves. I'm still grateful. I also want to say a massive thanks to our Patreon supporters, because you guys allow us to be brutally honest with everything on our channel, whether we buy it 100% with our hard-earned money, whether we buy it with our Patreon supporters' money, or we get a discount through a company, or even occasionally we get the free thing because of you guys when we get free things, discounted things, or whatever. We are just as brutally honest as anybody should be doing this kind of video. I don't think you guys could walk away from this video thinking this is anything that it is not. So thank you to our Patreons for that. You've just allowed us to grow our channel and maintain that honesty through these 8 years on YouTube, which is crazy, and you are awesome. We will have another little budget RC car that's nicer than this, but in the same price range video popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.
Bye.